Just on Jim Molan, Simon, everyone's been talking about their reflections on him. What's your reflections of the late Senator Jim Molan, not just as a military man, but as a political mind as well?
Jim Molan was a true patriot in the best sense of that word. He was a serviceman to our country. He gave his all in the military, but also in the parliament. And what I saw in the parliament over the recent few years that he was there was somebody who put great thought, great analysis, great strategy behind the approaches, was willing to speak up and speak out, even if it ruffled powers that be at the time, because he did so always conscious of what was in Australia's national interest and willing to make sure he always put that first. And even in these last few very trying months, the number of times that as Senate leader, Jim would contact me or I'd contact him, and the conversation would be him really focused on the next milestone, the last Senate estimates, where he was determined to make sure he was well enough to appear, to ask the questions that he thought needed to be asked and to pursue those, but always in a thoughtful, considered, polite manner. He was really the epitome of an officer and a gentleman as well, but one who was willing to go the extra yards wherever necessary.
It feels a little off to ask so soon, but there is a vacancy now, and as Senate leader, have you got a preference on who should replace him in the Senate, as it's likely to inflame factional disputes?
Well, I certainly don't come with a preference at this stage. The focus is on Jim. The Senate has a long convention in terms of respect for pairing arrangements between different parties, and I have absolute confidence that government will continue to honour that. So there is no need for these processes to be rushed. Right now, we should give Jim Molan the respect that he deserves, the support to Anne and Jim's family in terms of their time of grief. And of course, New South Wales can work through those processes, which I'll respect the New South Wales Party doing according to their rules.
OK. On to PNG. What are you doing there, Simon? What's the mission?
So today I'm in Goroka in the Eastern Highlands province of Papua New Guinea, here with a parliamentary delegation across the parliament. We have colleagues from my side of politics, Senator Ruston, Michael McCormack, but also from the Labor side of politics and indeed independents represented. We're here with not-for-profit organisations such as Save the Children, looking particularly at development programs on the ground in Papua New Guinea with a real focus on the prevention of infectious diseases such as malaria, tuberculosis, HIV, visiting a number of different clinics, medical facilities. I met with Papua New Guinea's Foreign Minister in a one-on-one meeting earlier this week to understand how Australia, as the largest development assistance partner to Papua New Guinea, is doing in terms of the effectiveness of the support we give and what we can do to make sure that is even more effective in the future to prevent childhood mortality, to increase living standards, to reduce the incidence of those infectious diseases. OK.
Shadow Foreign Minister Simon Birmingham, live from PNG. Best of luck with the work that you're doing there. Appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.